And new tonight out of the Sinton ISD, rapid testing for students with symptoms of COVID-19 will begin January 5th. In a message to the district community earlier this evening, Eddie Hesseltine, Director of Operations, announced that Sinton ISD is beginning phase 2 of their rapid COVID-19 testing for Sinton ISD students. In the message, he explains that over the past couple of weeks, staff has been getting tested in phase 1, and they're now moving forward and offering that to symptomatic students using the Binax Now tests, which gives results in 15 minutes. Beginning January 5th, that testing will be offered Monday through Friday from 3:15 p.m. to 5 p.m. by appointment only.